guys, it is Futon here, and today we're going to be going over lava strykewyrms. This has been a really requested video explaining how these drops really work. Going back into it, let's bring up the square log. Actually, alright. Wilderness tasks. So what people have been wondering is how I did my lavas. Generally, I went to Laniakea, and every time I got a lava strikeworm task, I went to lavas. Now, note with this being said that strikeworm clusters do not give the bonus for the pieces. The pieces are 1 in 2,000 to hit a piece on task, and I believe it's like 1 in 6k off task just to see a piece. So equivalently on task is about 3 to 4 times faster. Note you can also go ahead and kill wilderness worms, but that's kind of like really slow and bad depending on your scenario. If you're killing like 30 or 40 worms in an hour, then yeah, sure, it's great. But the wilderness worm is 1 in 512 for a piece. And that piece can only go to one person per wilderness worm. So, or wildy worm, sorry. If you guys better know that as that name. So really, it's not really that great. But yes, I did go ahead and do this, and I haven't confirmed that Mandarith works as well. I'm pretty sure it does. I would be highly shocked if it doesn't give the bonus. However, I really got a Mander attached just to show because I wanted the accuracy bonus for the sake of this video. I would suggest still to do it at Laniakea. It is twice the amount per task off of Laniakea, and you need dinosaurs from that too for this whole all the Slayer logs. And it takes so long to get dinosaurs. You probably will finish lavas before you get dinos done. If you don't, I would be very surprised if you got really lucky on the blowpipe. Anyway, with that being said, the gear set, really, I'm going in welfare gear. I'm going, for the sake of this video, in a yak, because most people use a yak. I'm going to explain a method of killing them with perf flicking and understanding how their attacks are anticipated, but that's just me. You don't have to do that. Cape isn't necessary. I actually did use one. I just don't care to get really PK'd at the moment. So, really, the way to teleport out here... Oh, that's Excalibur. My bad, folks, my bad. And as you know, I don't take very much supplies out. I expect... Really, did I just grab a second Excalibur like a dum-dum? Okay, word. There we go. And I normally also, for the sake of this task, I do not take my Wilderness Emblem. It is one of the highest populated tasks in the game, too. So, fair warning if you're going to actually take your emblem to upgrade it here. You teleport. The fastest way to go is a herb patch. Leaves you right there. Now note, if you have the wilderness task done, you can also do banking out here. There are 2 bankers, one over in this area that wanders all the way west, and then there is another one that wanders near, yeah, right here. And there's another one that's near KBD. You could also use KBD to get out. You can use the Meadow Dragon area to the northwest to get out. I generally just spread south and get out that way, but either way, for this task, it's nothing really special. Just general overload, desolation, and the real thing about this task is noting that I pay attention. See, where if it leans its head forward like that, I will pray mage instantly, and if it fires a ball out to the outside, that means that it was range. And range attacks hit so little that it really doesn't do a ton. So I can just, I hate single way, but it's safer this way. So that's normally what I do for perf looking, and I doubtful that I'll use any food besides actually picking up drops. Generally, the drops here are very lucrative. You could make 2 to 3 mil a task pretty easily. A Laniakea task, I would say. Okay. Alright, here we go, and here we go. So yeah, these are worth about 30k each. When I was doing mine, I kind of got to the, like, depending on how much I was paying attention, if I actually picked them up. But, yeah, this is really the general gist of it. You could just sit here and revel plus them on task. No, my Slayer helmet is on, the base camp in, Anachronia, which is one thing I highly suggest you guys get for here, because it just makes it so much more, like, better. Because you don't have to actually risk the Slayer helmet, but you do get the bonuses. These things actually have a decent amount of defense off task, and I highly suggest you don't even, like, there's no point in doing them off task. And as you see here with the wilderness worms, if you get dragged in, just run straight out. It'll act like normal wilderness worms too and barrel under. But generally, with look, I'm in tier 80 weapons. It's really like I said before, you really don't take much of a hit, and like you can just perf flick and just pick up your drops. Very rarely do you actually get utterly destroyed here. Just make sure you're paying attention to like you getting dragged in. Anticipate does work for that, but I kind of like I couldn't be asking reflexes on my stuff. Also, as a note, if you stand MD to these things, they will also melee you. There really isn't anything special about these other than that. You got to pay attention to PKers, understand that anticipation, freedom. Um, Only reason I'd ever like fight back personally. Oh, lovely. I didn't have a. All right, Yak's dead anyway. So, oh well. But as you see, it's just very killing these very quickly. It's not really. There's nothing I feel special to these personally. Just understanding that when that mage ball fires directly at you, to swap to mage spray and just soul split through the rest. I mean, you can out heal the range attacks pretty easily. And generally, this is when I go and pick up items, is when they're actually digging, so that I don't waste much of any time at all, or in between kills, because you have to wait on these things to actually die sometimes. It's really annoying, or just do it in between tasks or attacks. Very rarely I actually get pounded like this, but that's what food's there for. Generally, also, you want to try to bank when you're down to your last super restore and your last dose of, I'm sorry, last few food, just so that you have supplies to get out. People like started using Morgan's Access here. I don't really know how special this place is now that it's a few weeks after the Slayer log, but it wasn't too terrible. I got people here like because I was doing tasks of like 110. Like in the 110, I maybe got one person on average. There was some times where I didn't see people for literally hours upon hours. So as you see there, it tried to melee me. But generally, you just want to step a little bit back. You can melee these with Elder Rune as well. At that point, you're not going to be able to Prey Flick, and you will end up consuming more supplies. But the kills might be a little bit quicker. I'm not very for sure. And also, like I said, you can use decimation here. Just make sure that whatever you're using, that you do not have aftershock on it, because aftershock's an AOE, and the way that will work is yeah, it will spread and it will skull you. If someone's literally standing right underneath the lava worm, whenever you're attacking it and your aftershock goes off, you instantly skull. I actually lost a decimation bow to that at revs. Um, it's a dirty trick, but it is a trick regardless. And yeah, that's pretty much all there really is of lavas. It's nothing really spectacular or difficult to do. And like you see here, I'm using no supplies at all. Just have to pay attention to my prayer a little bit, make sure that doesn't drop. But even so, I mean, taking a few mage hits won't make that big of a deal. And they do drop Fury Sharks, which isn't too bad for food, making up what you don't have. But yeah, I generally come out here with a Titan as well. This is, like I said, I brought the Yak originally because I knew I didn't need it, but just for the sake of showing you guys what a Yak setup is like. And I spent half the time actually just looking around, making sure that no one's attacking me. But that's pretty much it for this video. And the tasks here are, like I said, are half of what is Laniakea off Mandrith, and I don't really know for sure if Mandrith works. I can't confirm that. Only ones we can confirm is off Morvran and off of Laniakea. So, but these are specifically Lava Strykewyrm tasks, so they should work. Just don't quote me on it if they don't. I'd highly suggest you bombard some JMods or something to get an actual answer. But other than that, this is pretty much it for the video. I'm going to show you how to get out of here now. The fastest way to get out if you're under attack after this kill. Actually, I'll do that at the end of the task, so be right back. Alright, and now that we're basically at the end of this task. Okay, let's see here. These things sometimes I just hate where they dig underground so often. And no, if you have a Titan or something like that, you literally can yeah, I wasn't carrying emblem. I'm well aware. Nice. 25 onyx bolts. Okay, cool. And all you do to get out basically is run down south. I highly suggest you keep your defensive per on just in case you ever get followed. And right here. Boom. Out. And then you just teleport back with the cape straight to Mandarin to get a new task if you so choose. And that's really all there is to lavas. It's really simple, and like I said, this is really basic, so hopefully it was helpful. And yeah, you can just do this with tier 80 weapon and make sure you have a Slayer helmet or have it on Anachronia, which if you guys do not know, you can upgrade the Slayer Lodge over there. Yeah, I won't go there, but you can upgrade the Slayer Lodge, and yeah, and then you can just place a stand there and you have it everywhere. No risk to the helmet itself. Also, Ring of Fortune does work. You guys probably pretty much already knew that. But besides that, there's really nothing else to killing lavas. It's just plain and simple again. Just if you want to perflick it, you can, or just bring a yak with more food. Either way, hopefully this was helpful, and I will see you guys for the next one.